everyone, it is Mrs. P. I am here to do my check-in. This is for our third week of July. It was not the best week we've had. We had a few times where we spent money when we shouldn't have, but you know, that is life. That is just what it's all about. But it didn't mess us up. We are still okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the week and let you know how we did. Okay, I'm zooming you in. Hopefully you guys can see that. I never want to get too zoomed in because then the camera focuses on my hand, and then as I move it, it like goes in and out. I don't know. All right, so for rollover, we had anticipated $60. We had much more than that, thank goodness. So we rolled over $288.85. It was a good week last week. All right, Mr. P, his check came in a little bit under. It was $987.54, and that's because we had a holiday in there, and whenever he has a holiday, he loses, even if he works over, his time is calculated. I don't know, it's weird how they do it, but holidays throws off any overtime. All right, so I did not pull any money from my account or from the savings and other. We did have $25 that I deposited. This is money that I got in the YouTube Hop. We're doing, I don't know, it's hard to explain if you aren't familiar with it, but we stuffed $6 into 6 different categories 3 times a week. And when it hits every $25 like increment, you pull it and put in a placeholder and then put that money toward whatever, right? So debt hit the $25 mark this week. So I pulled that money, put it in the bank, and made a debt payment of $25. And now my dog has decided to play with her toy. I don't know why she decides that this is the time, but if you hear the squeaking, that's what it is. All right, so we ended up with $1,301.39 as our income. All right, so iRobot was the only bill that we had, and it was $31.03. Let me make sure you guys can see. And that left us with $1,270.36. All right, so I'm going to move down to our sinking funds and our savings. Just move that total down. Sinking funds, I did take out $383, and that was all that I did for that, so that stayed the same, and that left us with $887.36. All right, so as you know, most of the time, if things are going to change, it's going to be in this area, and that's where we had some, differences in what we had budgeted. So $887.36. All right, groceries, we were fine on groceries, pets, household. Our blow money didn't change. Eating out. I did not budget anything for eating out, yet we did. All right, so me and my daughter had an impromptu trip out of town to buy things for my dad's birthday party. I had to go by Sam's. I had to do some things, and I don't know. I felt generous that night, and I took her. She loves steak, and so I took her to Texas Roadhouse, which is her favorite steak restaurant, and we splurged. We ate out that night. All right, so, and then gas, because we had to go out of town, we did spend $61.45 on gas instead of the $40 we budgeted, so we went over in both of these categories. Miscellaneous stayed the same, and then unbudgeted. We did have an unbudgeted expense. It was $28.52, and what this was is to Tractor Supply. My husband hunts, and we're in like a very wooded area, like a remote area, and we have so many deer. He and his father put out deer feed, and then in the fall they hunt. And so anyway, that's what that is, deer food or whatever. They also feed the turkeys. They don't hunt turkeys, but they feed all the animals. Anyway, so that's this section. So this added up to be $428.91, and that left us with $458.45. Okay, So now I'm going to go down to the debt section. I had not planned to put anything toward debt, but since that YouTube hop came in with the $25, I did make a $25 debt payment. And so this section ends up leaving us with $433.45. And that's what we will roll over for the 4th week of July. All right, so now I've got to go into my check-in and just look, this is so messy. I've started here, messed up, added here, ran out of room, added here. I kind of wanted to start over just because it was messy. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go with it. So for our weekly check-in in our different categories, I've got to sneeze. Well, it went away. Okay, so in groceries, let's see here, we had $79 on the 11th for groceries at Walmart. And that is all we spent on groceries. So I did have some grocery rollover money. I did spend money at Sam's, and I took that out of my Sam's envelope. So it'll be nice to add back to that. Pet supplies. I only spent $3, and I had to double check my receipt because I did not believe that, but that's all I spent on pets. Household, let me go ahead and mark off pets. Household, we had one expense, and that was for $13. That was at Walmart. $13. It's funny, I had spent $13 the last time. All right, and then eating out, unplanned. It was on the 12th. Texas Roadhouse. And that was for $48. I'm just going to put $49 since I rounded everything else up. $49. Okay. Gas. I had 2 expenses for gas. The first time I filled up, it was at Walmart. And I spent $30.02. I guess I'm just going to write that. And then I filled up again on the 12th at Walmart. And that was for $41.43. All right, unbudgeted. That was on the 13th. And that was to Tractor Supply. I do know that I have a hunting sinking fund envelope, and I need to start stuffing that. So I'll start in August stuffing the hunting envelope so that we have it budgeted and don't have the unbudgeted expense. He said he thinks he bought this price here is for 2 bags of corn and something else he got that was like $5. But he said that it's cheaper at Walmart. We like price checked. And so I'll probably just add that, you know, as like a weekly or bi-weekly expense because we're going to see how long those 2 bags last for the deer. All right, so that is all. I will not do my check-in for our 4th week until probably either Wednesday evening or Thursday morning of next week because I'm going to be traveling and I'm going to try to film as many videos as I can, the ones that I can pre-film. Check-ins, that is not something I can film ahead of time because we haven't had the week yet to check in. I would love to do a perfect week and act like nothing out of the ordinary happens, but that is not how it works. So I'm not going to do that. But I will get that check-in done as quickly as I can. But until then, I will go ahead and sign off on this. This is a rather short video, but we didn't have that much to like account for in our bills. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, friends.